Good evening, I'm back. New Mississippi legislature banning abortions after 15 weeks. Now, for those of you that don't know, in most circumstances, after 20 weeks, a fetus would be considered a premature pregnancy instead of an abortion. A premature birth. Sorry, premature birth. So, after 20 weeks, unless the fetus is under a half a kilogram, and if the fetus is less than half a kilogram, that usually means they are sick and dying, or sick and or dying. It means they're not healthy if they're making it to 20 weeks and they're not even a half a kilogram in mass. So, in a last-ditch effort, Mississippi is trying to make this 5-week window where an abortion between 15 and 19 weeks is illegal. Targeting the Pink House, the only abortion clinic, women's health clinic in Mississippi. Some women have to drive 3 hours to get to the only abortion clinic in their state. I don't know if Mississippi passed this law, but I believe Georgia passed a law where if you got an abortion in another state and came back, you'd still be charged. I don't know if Mississippi's doing this or not. I mean, this was all thrown away by the Supreme Court. Flat out. This was back in 2017, 2018. It was right after fucking Donnie stacked the fucking Supreme Court for Republicans. And they went out of their way to overturn Roe v. Wade in 3 different fucking states. And that was basically when the Supreme Court told Brett Kavanaugh that, yeah, you're here on a technicality, you're going to fall in line, or it would be very unfortunate for you to get in a car accident. Now, that's all speculation. Don't go fucking saying that I said Supreme Court justice or threatening Brett Kavanaugh. I'm speaking hyperbole to tell you that what it looks like to me is that the Supreme Court said, we have a setup here. It is nonpartisan. It is interpreting law. You are not going to step in here and try to change things because your little buddy got you here. That's what I think happened, because Roe v. Wade never got overturned, even with the conservative majority in the Supreme Court. But now we have a 6-3 Republican majority. That's a little bit scarier. And one, if not two of those justices should not have been appointed by Donald Trump. Flat out. We wait 9 months without a Supreme Court justice because it was the same year as an election, and get a fucking rapist put in. And then, within a month, less than a month, of another Supreme Court justice dying, Trump pushes him through before he loses the fucking election. So no, that was not the justice of the American people. That was the justice of a fucking oligarch. That person never should have set foot in the fucking Supreme Court. That fucking, I don't even remember her goddamn name. Fucking, I can't even remember the show. Not Stepford Wives. Handmaid's Tale. That's the one. Yeah, this woman coming straight out of the fucking Handmaid's Tale, being a Supreme Court justice. Fuck no. That is not a woman looking out for women's rights. That's a woman that was beaten into a patriarchal slavery. Maybe not beaten, but at the very least psychologically conditioned to think of herself as less than human. And that's who we're going to put representing women for a Supreme Court justice? It's a fucking joke. But no, like, the stories that people will tell you, they got a picture of this fucking head with forceps. Miscarriages happen throughout the term of a pregnancy. Doctors tend to take less care of a body that's already dead. So, yes, if they are pulling out a miscarried fetus, they are not going to be as careful with the fetus's body as they are with protecting the mother, who is, as a matter of fact, still alive. And they're using these pictures of fetuses that were already dead inside the womb to say that choice is murder. This was the shit that was on the fucking poster boards. These were the pictures on the poster boards. I was in a debate with a fucking pro-forced birth motherfucker. And he's trying to tell me that they're carrying out abortions into the last week of pregnancy. I'm like, I think you're gonna need to research your medical terminology there, because you medically can't perform an abortion after 20 weeks. It's medically no longer an abortion. So if we're going to talk about a medical abortion, then what we need to talk about is something happening before 20 weeks. Now, I didn't want to get into the talk about a premature birth because he simply wanted to talk about abortion. So if he wants to talk about abortion, let's talk about how abortion is defined first. And that's my point, is a lot of these fucking pro-forced birth people are going to tell you things about abortion that don't even apply to abortions. They'll tell you it's the same thing. They'll tell you facts about a miscarriage that had to be surgically removed as though it's facts about an aborted fetus. They're fucking lying in order to maintain a systemic control of women. That's all there is to it. There's no other reason why you're going to make this fucking 5-week rule between here and there, except for it's to have that little bitty ounce of control. Whatever control they can still muster up, just as long as they can tell women that they're still just a little bit property in their eyes. Why are people going to this much extent to treat people like less than human? To take away somebody else's choice and say you are no longer a human being. That womb is not yours. It wasn't made for you, so it doesn't belong to you. So now the rest of your body belongs to that fetus too, and we're going to make sure there's nothing you can do about it. It's fucking sickening. If you're one of the people who thinks that a woman becomes a fucking life support system as soon as some dude fucks her. And mind you, a lot of these abortion laws did not exempt rape and incest. So it did not matter if a woman was raped or not. She is now her rapist child's life support system. And if she decided to get an abortion, her punishment would be worse than that of her rapist. When the punishment for aborting a rape fetus is worse than raping a woman, you no longer give a fuck about life. You're just trying to control. I can usually sit here and talk about the news with some distance, with some objectivity. Not this time. Half of American citizens are at risk of losing their freedom if Roe v. Wade is overturned. This bill isn't supposed to be looked at by the Supreme Court until next year. I don't know if the bill's going to get passed in that year, but it's not even supposed to get looked at for another year. I don't know if it's already been passed. But Mississippi's breaking the law. Mississippi is undermining the Constitution of the United States by pushing this bill. The Supreme Court has spoken. Donald Trump stacked the fucking Supreme Court so conservatives could keep their fucking Bible above the people. And now, with the Supreme Court stacked, Republicans are going to try every dumbass law that they can to turn Christianity into America's religion. And I am not going to fucking put up with it. If you're not going to fucking put up with it in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, in all these fucking countries where we wanted to send in democracy, if you're not going to put up with it from them, I am sickened by the thought that you would put up with it in your own goddamned home. I'll be streaming later, and I probably won't be on tomorrow. Good night.